What is up, Planeswalkers? Theorix6 back finally with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to purchase some packs. So I now have 4 patrons, and instead of, let's see, yeah, that's how many I wanted to buy. This is still going to be for draft. I wanted to make sure you guys see that all the patron stuff goes straight into me doing some more sweet, awesome stuff for you. Hello. I'm super glad to be back. It took forever to get my internet set up here. It was utter madness. Ooh, dragon. Long story short, it got delayed an entire week, so I expected to get it earlier. Ooh, hello. And I literally just got it done yesterday. I was planning on recording as soon as I got it. However, it was like, it wasn't done until like late afternoon, and by that time I was like super fatigued, so I was like, I would rather just start fresh the next day. Hello, rare. And we're gonna get another rare. Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm back, and I'm gonna be going back to the sweet daily videos. I'll probably end up making like twice daily videos for some things, just because I'm a little more behind than I wanted to be. Anyway, for the first video back, I am just going to, as you can see, I've not played. Oh, I've missed so many games. So many games I play have daily login rewards, and I've just been like, it's so sad. This is free play. Gosh, I've not played in so long. Whoops, I was supposed to show you. I took out a couple swamps and a plains. I threw in Aether Hubs. I think 2 Aether Hubs and a Woodland Cemetery and a Sun Petal Growth going up against N right here. Just so that we could activate Shalai. This is essentially the same list. I added another Resplendent Archangel and took out one of the gain 6 health cards. Honestly, because I have double Knight of Malice and a cyclable cast out, plus a potential Resplendent, I think I will keep this. Some things to note is that because we did move, the mic had been in storage, so some of its settings have changed. I'm in a different location, so the room might be echoey. So bear with me as I try and figure out the better sound quality. I'm still playing on my potato laptop. I should be ordering my parts to my new computer any day now. Probably end of the day tomorrow, and they'll get here when they get here. Sadly, I can't build it when I get the first piece. I have to wait until I get the last piece. So however long it takes to get the last piece of my computer puzzle will determine when exactly I end up getting like a better system. So much has changed since I've been gone. Apparently, Turbofog has exploded in popularity to the chagrin of many players, which is interesting because I love Turbofog, but apparently these decks are just like dumb Nexus of Fate to Fairy decks that are pretending to be Turbofog. I played Turbofog in Pauper because it's funny. Gosh, there's so much to talk about. If there's something you guys want me to talk about, let me know, because I've missed so much stuff. I actually want to just cycle this Renewed Faith, honestly. Or I could just play a Knight and force it. Oh well, he can get a card out of that anyway. Gosh. I have a Vraska, so maybe I cycle a Cast Out instead. If I cycle a Cast Out, I could hit a land and play the Knight. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle this pre-combat. I'm actually going to make sure I tap, because goodness me, the auto tap are still not great. Oh, we hit a land. Now here's the question. Do I attack, though? These are pro-white. This guy probably has black removal anyway. So I'm guaranteed a Resplendent Archangel next turn. You know, I'm attacked. I don't care. The greed is always real. So much has changed. If there's something that you guys want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. There's the whole best of 3. I mean, there's even not even just like arena news. There's like Mark Rosewater has been talking about Nexus of Fate and its impact and cost and things like that. We recently got an announcement thing for like the way they're going to be doing events. Oh, it's Constrictor. I didn't think about it being Constrictor. Well, I wish I didn't attack now. I didn't realize it was Constrictor, though. If I do get another land... So I can Contempt something. Do I want to Contempt the Constrictor here? I think I do. I think actually I want to wait until they play something, though. Well, if they play an Aether Hub, then they get double energy. I can't... Unfortunately, I can't attack here. Well, if I play Shalai, I can. But then I'm not leaving things up. If I just Contempt now, I can kill it. Yeah, let's just Contempt things now. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Gotta make a black. So yeah, when I did this video, I thought that I had Aether Hubs in the deck already. That's why when I was talking about Shalai in the deck tech, I was like, oh yeah, you activate Shalai. Yeah, I didn't put Aether Hubs in it, because I'm dumb. But now I have Aether Hubs, and Woodland Cemetery, and Sun Petal Grove, just as a small splash, just to see if I can use Shalai. Jadelight Ranger, sure. Opponent has plenty of value here. Chupacabra, I assume that will keep on top. Yep. So I will probably end up playing Shalai here. Chupacabra will kill Shalai. Darn, I really wish I had a fifth land, because then I could Archangel and cast down. So part of me wants to cast this down. Chupacabra killing one of these is much less of a problem than Chupacabra killing a Knight. I really don't care as much for it killing a Knight. Shalai dies. We'd have to play it next turn. There's so many things I want to talk about, but I also want to talk about the game. Ugh. Also, it's incredibly hot in Mississippi. Who would have thought? I have a Resplendent Archangel too. I'll just do this and kind of bait out the Chupacabra. This also does mean I get to attack them down, like on a 2-turn clock, sort of. So like they either have to block here, which is what I would have cast down, or they just take it and go to 6, and then they like play Chupacabra on this, and then I can just like Archangel, and these would be 3 X's again. So I think I'm still putting them in a bad position. Yeah, so I decided to just take it. I'm still in a high life position. Like, I'm being drowned by card advantage, but I'm not terribly worried. My opponent's at 6. I assume they're going to Chupacabra this. They literally cannot hit anything else with mine, sure. So they do that. And then I play a Resplendent Archangel, and they're forced to block. Sure. That is fine. I'm still at 16, you're at 6. Ooh, and I got a cast down. So... well, I want to tap this for colorless. And play this. And next turn I'll be able to Renewed Faith. But I can just cast down the Jadelight right now. Although they probably have Blossoming Defense. So I think what I want to do, honestly, is not throw a cast down into a potential Blossoming Defense, right? If I attack and they and they block anyway, if they try to Blossoming Defense, then I can do it. I guess they could double block one of them, and I'll still try to use the cast down, and I still think that's worth the value. So, like, my opponent has, you know, card advantage for days, but if they're gonna die, yeah, so they decide to double block. I will do this, and I'll target the Chupacabra. I guess I should have technically done first strike damage first. Yes. I should do first strike damage first, because that at least kills that guaranteed. Then I'll go ahead and murder that. And I guess you know what? I don't even know if I should have done that, right? Like, they're on 3. I have a flyer and a dude. They have to play something. Yeah, okay. Cool. Gosh. Man, it's so good to be back. I was stressed out, not because, like, I wasn't necessarily providing content, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's legit a lot of fun to make content for you guys, especially when it's good content. So just like not being able to do that for so long, not being able to play the game or like really look anything up. We're going to Moreski. I think that's how you say that. Not even being able to like play any of my games. Oh, it was awful. Luckily, I do have some Steam games that don't require an internet connection. So I've been playing like a ton of Enter the Gungeon. It's a slow hand. I can get Resplendent out on 3, and then on 4 I can Renewed Faith. It's a slow hand, but the Renewed Faith does kind of help me out if this is a more aggressive deck. So I will keep it. I'm not loving it. I would love to draw a 2-drop. That is fantastic. That is a 2-drop. My opponent looks to be on some sort of controller, maybe mid-range, so the pressure is not going to be really a problem. Grixis looks like. Grixis with treasure map. Sure. Play this. Take a dabblage. So let's see if my opponent will have counterspell mana up next turn. I mean, if they do, I'm still going to be casting Resplendent. Only 1 blue, importantly. Good mana base for my opponent. Abrade, sure. Don't have counter magic up. Not terribly threatened, unfortunately, but it's fine. Keep it on top, sure. Isolated Chapel is nice. Don't have to lose life for my Archangel. And next time, I'm going to put a stop on their second main, so I can actually cast. Never mind, it dies. So yeah, it looks to be a Grixis mid-range. I think this is mid-range. It might be control, but I want to say this is mid-range. Because unless it's Disintegration, I don't think it's the premier removal spell. But, Alright, put that one to the bottom. Sure. Got another Knight. That is nice. Go ahead and play the Knight. I will tap this as a colorless. Wait, is that what I want to do? Yes, because it keeps both open. If I tap this, then I would have black. Okay. Sure. Goodness me. So many things to talk about. So they're adding Pauper and Momir Basic to Arena, which I think is really cool. They're adding them as events. I think Momir as an event makes sense. Pauper should not be an event. Okay, gosh, there's so much to talk about that. The way they're handling events, I think, is just insane. They're putting way too much of a focus on events and not enough focus on queues. It is closed beta. I understand that there's a limited player base. And you can use events to gauge engagement. Fudge off, dude. Fudge all the way off. Huh. That is no good. So it's Grixis Dragons, I guess. I can Angel of Sanctions that next turn if I draw. Let me go and cycle. If I draw a land, do gain 2 life, which helps as a buffer. Take action. Oh, that's a May? That's weird. Okay, so we do have a land, so I can Angel of Sanctions this. Do I have to sack? I decline. Dome me, dude. I do not care. I have Lyra. Okay. I could seal away it, but I am going to Angel of Sanctions. The problem is, if he removes Angel of Sanctions, I have to deal with the trigger again, but I'll just get rid of my Knight. So you go away. My opponent is only on 2 cards, which is good. If he plays a Nikki B, exile, yes, take action. If he plays a Nikki B, I probably discard the Angel, because I can play it from the grave. Once I get, what, another mana? Is this 7? Glorybringer, okay. That is very unfortunate. That is so incredibly unfortunate, actually. Ow. Lyra, do you have first strike? You do. Okay. What do you mean, oops? Don't need that anymore. Oh, I don't know what he means, oops. Okay, well, Lyra. Lyra has first strike and lifelink. Hopefully she alone can get me in the game if he... I don't know. Another unlicensed disintegration here is bad. Please don't have that. Please don't have any removal at all. If only I had Baneslayer Angel. So they could use events to gauge player enjoyment of a thing and decide whether or not to make it a consistent ladder. Events should be used for one. Could you go away? Could you go like all the way away, please? He's gonna upbraid. Yeah, shut up. He's gonna upbraid my Lyra and then kill it with Glorybringer. Hey, I was right. Anyway, while he's finishing that, in my opinion, events should be for like really off the wall game modes and competitive like grinding events, right? They're getting rid of competitive best of 3 events in favor of like Pauper and Mimir, or like this weird like weekend rotation thing, which is, you know, fine and whatever. But there's no more way to play best of 3 and grind gold, which is madness. We're going up against Lich 39. It would have been funnier as Lich 69, but apparently my opponent is not a child. It makes no sense. Like, if I want to grind, like, quote-unquote real magic, ooh, this is an interesting hand that I will keep, because I am greedy. But I mean, I have a bunch of action, so. Oh, it's a Bomad Courier. Hello. That's a Fatal Pushed card. That's what that is. If I want to play best of 3 and, like, make gold, sure. I can't, essentially, like, anymore. After the August release. This is an update. There's an update video that should be in, like, the dev tracker. Oh my gosh. Stupid sounds. That should be in the dev tracker on the Arena forum. Yeah, go away and die. But, like, they said that it was, like, severely underplayed. But, like... So the sure, let's go with this and this. Why not? They said that the event was severely underplayed, and I've seen people discuss the fact that the competitive constructed best of 3 event thing was had a high value, right? It was relatively easy to get your gold back and then some. But maybe the people who are playing it just don't think it's enough, right? So I have 3, but unfortunately I don't have the double white. And I should have played this next turn, or last turn, if I did. So that was a mistake on my part. If I did draw a white land, I would have been punished. I should have absolutely played this last turn. But I will go ahead and just play this for 1, and I think that's honestly fine. My opponent is only on 2 lands, so this should be an okay game. In that my opponent shouldn't be able to murder me. But maybe, instead of just removing it, you ask people, why aren't you playing this? And a lot of them are going to say, because the event's entry costs a little bit too much, so maybe you lower the entry and lower the prizes accordingly, like on the exact same ratio. Or maybe it's the prizes weren't as good, so you keep the event and you raise the prizes a little bit, even though it's already worth it. Maybe you just raise it a teensy bit. Or, oh, this is just awful. This is just awful. Plumb awful. That is incredibly unfortunate. I mean, I guess I'll end up sealing away Pia, but I mean, I don't even want to because of Hazoret. Do I just cycle Renewed Faith and hope to get a white source? If I did, I should have done it afterward. I should have waited on playing my land, so that was stupid. Huh. Do I just cycle Renewed Faith? If I draw a white source, then I can only play Seal when I can't play Resplendent, so I think I just end the turn, unfortunately. Goodness me. So many things to talk about. Yeah, they could have modified the game mode in some way. I'll be taking 6 here. That's fine. They could have at least asked, right? Like they said, not enough people were playing it, but they don't. They can't know why, right? The other people who are going to answer why aren't you playing this is they don't know it's there because it's not on the homepage. after we potentially lose this game, I'll say what I'm talking about. But like, there's only what 4 things on the homepage, like one big one, 2, 3, blah blah blah. Let's see. Do I want to cast Renewed Faith? Do I want to cycle Renewed Faith? I'm just gonna draw. Ooh, that's bad. I only run like 4 swamps, dude. Oh, that's awful. And once again, I should have waited to play the land. I said it last turn, and I just did it again. I'm a little out of practice. Don't crucify me too much. I'm taking another 6. I could just Renewed Faith at some point. Sure, whatever. People don't know. I've seen a ton of people in the forums say, like, I had no idea I could play even just best of 3, even not even the constructed queue. They didn't know they could play best of 3 at all because they had to click on play and then choose something. And competitive play does not immediately evoke best of 3 because it's not what it says. If instead of free play it said best of 1 ranked, and then competitive play instead said best of 3 ranked, people would realize that these are different types of queues and they could play it. But right now, people don't have this information. You have not given them this information. You have not made it clear enough to new players that this is what's going on. I have to cast Renewed Faith. My turn. Thank you. It might be too late. Because he just does this. Ugh. I think I have to cast Renewed Faith and then seal away one of these. Oh, that's awful. That's so awful. Just give me my life, please. The reason I can't just play this is because he makes it so I can't block and I just die to the board. So, essentially I have to do this. He might play a Hazoret, which is why I'm not sealing away immediately. If they play Hazoret, obviously I seal away the Hazoret. If not, then I will seal away one of these. Looks like they're probably going to burn me end of turn. Yep, sure. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous getting rid of the competitive event. I don't know. It's so strange that you can't grind that. Like things that I think should just be events are definitely. Oh, hello, Hazoret. This is exactly why I saved this. Am I still dead? 3, 6. No, I'm at 3. So. Man, you remember when I said this game was going to be fine because they were stuck on 2 lands? Little did I know. Upon purchasing this album, I have just lost this game. No, little did I know I was going to be stuck on white. Or stuck off white. Yeah, this is brutal. All of my angels are double white. This is, yeah, I lose. Darn. Oh well. I think I played okay that game. I think I did my sequences incorrect. It just was unfortunate. I only run 4 swamps in the deck, so it's awful that happened. But variance. But yeah, okay. So there are 4 things, right? Quick Constructed is one of them. This is the best of 1, right? Quick Constructed. I honestly don't remember because it's not specific enough, right? Quick Singleton, sure, right? It's a singleton thing. Cool, whatever. Quick Draft. So yeah, if it's quick, I guess it's the right. If it's quick, if it's quick, it's best of 1. If it's competitive, it's best of 3. If they said that anywhere, right? I've been playing this game since closed beta, and I forgot that. Sure, I've been away for a little while, but if I've been playing this game for that long, and I don't remember that is the distinction, that competitive is best of 3, and that quick is best of 1, then obviously you're not being clear enough. If they said quick best of 1, competitive best of 3, and then the next thing, that would be good, right? We have draft, makes sense. Singleton, sure. Play, I guess that's just ranked ladder, right? Like even just free play doesn't mean anything. Free play could be, oh, I get to what, like choose the rules? Like when I think free play, I think like anything goes. Competitive play, I think like, I don't know, technically F&M, but like a GP, right? This is not clear enough to the people, so obviously they're not going to realize. They might not even read this. It's like, oh, it's immediately on free play. Sure, whatever. I'm gonna pick a deck. Ooh, blah, 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 shenanigans, cool. And then I just press play, right? People might not realize that this is what's going on. So I think getting rid of, what is it? competitive constructed. I did air quotes. I think it's a weird decision. Like, yes, you can still do competitive play, but quick constructed and competitive constructed, right? Yeah, those are the events that cost money. Those are meant to be for people who want to grind. People who want to grind best of one, as if this were, you know, any other online OCG, TCG, CCG, whatever. People who want to do that will play quick constructed. People who want to have the Magic experience while grinding will play competitive constructed. And when you're playing competitive play, if you win game 1 and you're winning game 2, people will just concede. When you're in a paid-for queue, that's less likely to happen because people have put in resources to try and gain more. So they're not going to just throw those resources away. So taking away competitive constructor, I think, is ridiculous. They said they want to have... I'm just going to be talking for the rest of the video, so if you guys don't really want to like hear me talk about news, I'm back. Hello. But anyway, they want to have 6 active events at once. Which, you know, is fine. Get me out of that. They're always going to be having quick play, competitive play. So free ladder, competitive ladder, best of 1 ladder, best of 3 ladder, quick draft, competitive draft. That makes sense. Some people want to play best of 3. Some people do not have the time, or they just don't want to. I understand that sideboarding is difficult. Sometimes sideboarding is just like not fun. I understand that they should have quick draft, quick competitive draft, quick ladder, competitive ladder, and then they're going to have quick constructed, and they remove competitive constructed for weekend events that are going to be rotating constantly. This does not make sense to me. I understand that it is closed beta right now, and you do not necessarily have the player base to warrant playing, or to warrant splitting them up this much. But their focus on events is emblematic of a problem that we might just not get to be able to play whatever we want. They've said that the friend list is something that they want to implement, but it's something that's going to take a long time. I honestly would not be surprised if once we head into open beta, it's still not there. But if I'm not able to play whatever I want with a friend, I'm going to want to play whatever I want on the client. And for some things, like Momir Basic, I can understand that being event only. I don't think enough people are going to want to play that on any given Sunday, right? I don't think enough people are necessarily going to want to play that to warrant it being a constant queue that's taking up room. You know, like there's a limited amount of room here potentially. I mean, you could make this smaller, or you could only make it come up when you click on these, right? And then it becomes like a scroll wheel or something. They're fine with scrolls, and since people don't know this stuff's here anyway, a scroll is not going to matter that much. Even like if you give us little like arrows, it's going to be like, oh, you can probably scroll anyway. First video back, and I'm already ranting. Gosh, Pauper. People love Pauper. And Momir and Pauper are only going to be using standard cards. That makes sense. Like I saw a lot of people like upset about this, but like they're not going to like code in all of the commons from Magic's history or like all of the cards from Momir, because then like they would just have those cards be available. So I'm fine with that. It's going to be different. They're going to be different formats. Like they just are, right? Like even if we don't get Commander, Brawl should always be there. Quick singleton, like non-Brawl singleton, could be a rotating format. I would understand that. For the most part, people would probably rather play Brawl. I do know some people would prefer just singleton and not have the consistency, quote unquote, of having your access to your commander. But quick singleton as a rotation with Brawl being just a ladder, I think would be a smart move. And I've been saying this from the beginning. Magic's strength above all other current TCGs and CCGs is that it has a history and it has a depth of cards and mechanics that its core strength is the variety of ways you can play this game. And if they're limiting the ways we can play this game to standard best of 1s and best of 3s, but not best of 3s as events, and then one rotating format, it's going to suck. This client is going to suck. And I use suck not in like, oh, it's going to like be bad. It's just it's not going to be as fun to play, right? The new modern, I'm assuming they're going to be making at some point once rotation happens. If that isn't a always on queue, that's going to be awful. Not everyone likes standard. I prefer. I think my format of preference, my 60 card format of preference, is modern, because I can play one Death and Taxes because I love that deck. It's become a weird Eldrazi thing that I haven't looked into fully, and I probably should have. But I love Death and Taxes, and I love just playing Abzan stuff. I love just like doing turn 1 Mana Dork into turn 2 Loxodon Smiter into turn 3 Siege Rhino into nothing but chaining Siege Rhinos. I love it so much. And I understand that I'm probably not going to get that in this client, and that's fine. But I want a non-rotating format. I love those things. Adding new cards to a non-rotating format is always really interesting. I shouldn't say always, usually really interesting. And if they don't make that an actual always-on queue, it's going to be so stupid. Even if you make something like that, like even if you don't want to split that into best of one, and best of one is only ever standard, I think that's fair. It would be awesome if like everyone could have their cake and eat it too. But if standard and draft were the only things that were ever best of one, I think that'd be fine. In order to play new modern, has to be best of 3. I guess I should say constructed, or like a 60 card constructed. Like obviously Brawl, they're just going to make best of 1 because that just makes sense. Things like that. But it baffles me that they're like sticking to this weird event system. Because I'm sure Pauper, even though it's not like true full-on Pauper, I'm sure Pauper is going to be super fun, and it's going to be super great for new players to get in and grind their wins there. I mean, obviously, like most of the quests don't require wins anymore, but like right here, I have a cast a green and blue spell quest. Because for some reason, free play and competitive play both give you a rank, which doesn't make any sense. In my opinion, there should be separate ranks for free and competitive play. And that rank should only be affected in those formats. Everything else should not care about your rank. Like draft only cares about your win percentage. Maybe during the first game they care about your rank for that thing. So like quick draft would care about your rank for the first game from free play, and competitive draft would care about your first game matching up for competitive play. After that, it should just kind of be your win rate. But whatever. But like, I don't want to tank my rank necessarily. Obviously my rank is already tanked, who cares? But if I'm someone who like cares about my rank, I don't want to. This is a 750 gold quest. I don't want to re-roll it, but I also don't want to play it in this. If Pauper was here, I'd just be like, oh cool, I'll just play some Pauper. I'll put a green-blue like budget Merfolk deck together and play it on Pauper. New players who only have a bunch of commons and uncommons, let me out of the screen. I have a decent amount of commons and uncommon wild cards. I could make a good, well, common. I could make a good Pauper deck. I could make whatever Pauper deck I wanted with those common wild cards, right? Let us have it always. I don't know. I probably ranted way too long. It's so weird to me. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about in upcoming videos. I might even put another one up today. I don't know. It depends on how busy we are. I know it's what, day 11. We moved in on the 1st, and we're still putting stuff together, man. We're still getting our stuff together, but it's been fun. I'm so glad that I'm back. I hope you guys are glad I'm back too. We're creeping up to 1K, man. And I think what I'll do is a 1K Q&A, because that's you know what everyone does. So get your questions ready once I hit like 900. Start sending me questions, and I'll write down the ones, or I'll screenshot the ones or something that I love, and I will answer them once I hit 1K. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to hear me talk about. We have a 4th patron now. You guys are the best. Thanks to you guys, I was able to buy some more packs, and I got a few good things. Tezzeret Dragons and weird Bolas rebuilding things. So once again, easy mode, Chris, Daniel, new one, Flower Child. Shout out to Flower Child. You guys are great. The support means a lot to me. It also means that I can keep making awesome content for you guys. If you are curious and would like to join the Patreon, the link is in the description below. It's still fledgling. There are things that the kinks that I need to work out in terms of like tier reward things. Once I get settled into a routine, I'm a very routine person. I'll be able to work on things like that a little bit more. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I love it. Go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, and cast a comment to the comment section down below. And until next time, and there will be a next time, I will be one.